Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your Evelyn O'Shorty. I want to take a look at some Doctor Who today. I want to say Doctor Who, I mean specifically this comic book of Doctor Who. Don't get me wrong, I have some thoughts on the TV series, but this is not the place to share them. That's on my Threads account. But this one is Dan Waters, and that should go some way towards telling you that I'm kind of going to like this one. Dan Waters is responsible for some brilliantly reviewed books I've done. He is responsible for These Seasons Have Teeth and Homesick Pilots, both of which are absolutely spectacular, helped along by some superb artwork, but genuinely great books. However, that goes with a caveat that I genuinely don't automatically go for something just because it's a great creative team if it's a licensed product. I think the stuff can be good, but playing with somebody else's toys always feels like it's either somebody just turning up and doing the job. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate that somebody's going to get paid for it. The fact that it's a really good creator on this does fill me with a little bit of hope. But honestly, I think the fact that you could put literally any name on a Doctor Who comic book and Doctor Who fans will buy it means that you could put the biggest, most popular name in the world on it and they're still going to buy it, and it really probably won't move the needle that much. That being said, I was impressed by this. I have to be honest with you. It's not something that's on my poll. I don't think he's going to make it on my poll, but I'm impressed. I'm going to start with that, actually. Kelsey Ramsey at this point does a brilliant job. From the first couple of pages, we see this wonderful sci-fi horror theme going on, a really nice level of detail, fantastic use of light and shadow, and I mean this in unusual ways, more than I usually do. Just like I quite like a nice way a page can have a glow to it with a light source, and I like deep shadows when it's used quite effectively with inking. In this particular case, you have multiple light sources on a page, and we can see the shadows that these cast in the different light colours. Really impressive. Tack onto that some really nice sci-fi detailing, which I really like. It makes it easy to get lost in the page, but I enjoy that. Later on, we get far more standard, bright lights, big city kind of vibe from Doctor Who, but we get more chance to see the characters here at this point. Because don't get me wrong, I like the cityscape they're using. It is all an abandoned or nearly abandoned mall. And that's a great horror trope for me. I've said this before. I kind of always liked this idea of places you expect to see people, but no people there is unsettling or unnerving. If I had one major criticism for this comic book, I think they should have spent a little bit longer engaging with that specifically, but that's just a me thing, and I'm totally okay with that one. But anyway, going back to the characters, we actually get to see Ruby and the Doctor, and they're both fantastic looking. They're not the artist has not made the choice to go for photorealism. There is stylization to it. Not so far, though. You can totally recognise who these people are, like 100%, there's no doubt whatsoever. And there's also a really strong Jorge Fornes kind of vibe coming through it, and that is a big compliment from me, because I really like his artwork, and the fact that there's anything even close to it fills me with joy. The writing then, we go to Dan Waters at this point, who kind of has a tough job here. The TV series has finished. This is coming out literally like the week or 2 weeks after it's completed its first season arc with Nchuti Gatwa, and it's been a fantastic one. Like I said, I have some thoughts. Following on from that, you still have to have Ruby in it, which means it's kind of like a story that takes place within the narrative we've already seen, but can't change anything. And this is why I've always kind of been put off by like the Buffy-esque comic books when the TV show is coming out. No matter what you're doing in the story, it can't really matter. In this case, it could go the same way, but pretty much all of Doctor Who is evergreen storytelling. It's always about maintaining some kind of equilibrium and some kind of status quo, so why the heck not lean into it and do some kind of old-school horror? And they do it really effectively. Mostly by the reveal of the bad guys. And I can't really tell you who the bad guys are for this one, because I think it's not like it's a spoiler. They fairly early on let you know who it is, but the reveal matters. And it's that point which really hit home to me, the control of medium in this one, which I really, really liked. Because they're using so many tropes of more cinematic medium, or at least televisual. There is moments where there's foreshadowing without really being obvious what it is, but then when the payoff comes, when we see the bad guys, when they walk on, and the way they walk in is full-on cinematic love, it all comes together. All these little hints and bits that have been dropped in throughout, clearly leaning into a sub-genre, should we say, of movies that I absolutely adore, which I think makes perfect sense for a Doctor Who story. And I think they're doing it as a comic book. It's going to give them a little bit more space to play around a little bit. Yeah, it's still going to be family-friendly. Still the kind of which kids can pick up because they've seen Doctor on TV and they want to carry on reading it. But it's unnerving right from the get-go, unsettling at the bare minimum, and it has the chance to actually be quite terrifying. And I think that's a good thing. Doctor Who was always at his best, I think, at least for me, when it was trying to scare people. Don't get me wrong, I love the sci-fi epic storylines, and I like how exceptionally progressive it's been this year. but you want to grab me onto a Doctor, you've got to scare me. And I think this is what they're going for, and I'm there for it. I'm going to at least check out the next couple of issues. It's only a 4-issue miniseries, I'm probably going to read it. But that's it for me for now. I've got more to review this week. Let's see how it goes. There's like multiple Wolverine stories. Until I see you all again, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye!